Here are the most mythical sea creatures to still be alive or not alive, hopefully. The blue whale. The blue whale isn't just the biggest sea creature alive today, it's the largest animal to have ever lived on Earth, period. Growing up to 100 feet long and weighing over 280,000 pounds, this oceanic giant dwarfs even the largest dinosaurs. Its heart is the size of a small car, and its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant. But one blue whale stood out from the rest. A record-breaking individual found in Antarctic waters measured a staggering 108 feet long. Scientists say that's likely the maximum size a whale can reach before gravity and biology begin to work against it. Blue whales feed on krill, consuming up to 4 tons of these tiny crustaceans each day. Despite their size, they're gentle giants, gliding through the deep with grace and awe. In a world of shrinking habitats and warming oceans, this true leviathan reminds us how colossal and fragile ocean life can be. The giant Pacific octopus. With 8 arms, 3 hearts, and the brainpower of a puzzle-solving escape artist, the giant Pacific octopus is more than just big, it's brilliant. These cephalopods grow up to 30 feet across and can weigh nearly 600 pounds, making them the largest known octopus species. Found in the cold, dark waters of the Pacific, these creatures are masters of disguise, able to change their skin color and texture in the blink of an eye. But their intelligence is what really sets them apart. They've been filmed unscrewing jars, solving mazes, and even escaping aquariums through impossibly small gaps. Their suckers are so strong, a single arm can immobilize prey or a diver. And yet, these giants live only about 3 to 5 years, with females sacrificing their lives to protect their eggs. A mind-blowing mix of muscle and brain. This is one sea monster that doesn't just survive, it strategizes. The siphonophore. It looks like a glowing ribbon floating through the abyss, but the siphonophore is a mind-bending marvel of biology. Measuring over 390 feet long, that's longer than a blue whale and taller than the Empire State Building. This creature isn't one animal, but many. Each section is a clone, specialized to feed, swim, reproduce, or protect. Together, they operate like a single organism, drifting through the ocean in perfect coordination. Spotted in 2020 off the coast of Australia, this particular siphonophore glowed eerily in the deep-sea darkness. Though delicate and ribbon-like, it's a silent predator, using rows of stinging cells to paralyze small fish and plankton. Its surreal design and massive length challenge our understanding of what a creature even is. Floating silently through waters we barely understand, the siphonophore feels more like an alien life form than anything born on Earth. The colossal coral. It doesn't swim, it doesn't move, but it's still one of the largest living organisms on Earth. Found off the Solomon Islands, the colossal coral, a single species called Pavona clavis, spans the size of 2 full basketball courts and may be centuries old. Unlike coral reefs made up of many colonies, this behemoth is one single connected colony, made of countless tiny coral polyps working together. First discovered by scientists and underwater photographers Manu and Felix, this coral giant is so massive it can be seen from space. To think it was alive when Napoleon was still walking the earth is both humbling and haunting. As coral reefs face threats from warming waters and pollution, this massive living structure is not only a natural wonder, but a fragile monument to endurance in an ocean that's changing fast. It might not have teeth or tentacles, but its size and age make it a true ocean titan. The sperm whale. It's not just the largest toothed predator in the world, it's a deep-sea gladiator. The sperm whale can grow over 50 feet long, weigh 40 tons, and dive more than 3,000 feet into the pitch-black ocean in search of prey. And what does it hunt? Giant squid! That's right, this leviathan goes tentacle to jaw with one of the sea's most elusive monsters. One famous encounter captured on camera showed a sperm whale surfacing with squid arms still wrapped around its massive jaw, the aftermath of a battle fought far beneath the surface. The sperm whale's head houses the largest brain on Earth and a mysterious substance called spermaceti, which may help it regulate buoyancy and echolocation. These animals communicate with clicks so powerful they can be heard for miles underwater. The ocean hides many secrets, but one thing is certain, the sperm whale is a legend in its own lifetime. The Goliath grouper. With a name like Goliath, you know it's no lightweight. The Goliath grouper can grow over 8 feet long and weigh up to 800 pounds. Imagine a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with fins. Found in warm Atlantic waters, especially around coral reefs and shipwrecks. These underwater tanks were once fished to the brink of extinction. Today they're protected, but sightings remain rare. Their massive mouths can suck in prey whole with a vacuum-like gulp. These fish are surprisingly docile, but will defend their territory when threatened. Some divers report being barked at by grouper, a low-pitched boom created by their swim bladders. They may not be predators in the traditional sense, but their sheer size and prehistoric looks make them unforgettable. Think of them as the reef's armored sentinels, patrolling the ruins of sunken ships like kings of the underwater castle. The Greenland shark. It swims slowly, looks half decayed, and lives in the coldest, darkest corners of the ocean. But the Greenland shark has a secret superpower: time. These sharks can live up to 500 years, making them the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Some may have been alive when Shakespeare was still writing plays. Found deep in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, they grow up to 21 feet long and weigh over 2,000 pounds. Their movements are slow, their eyes are often parasite-infested, and yet they're apex predators. They feed on fish, seals, and even scavenged polar bear carcasses. Scientists only recently began to study them closely, using deep-sea cameras and tracking devices. With every new discovery, the Greenland shark continues to defy what we thought was possible. It's a living fossil, a ghost in the deep, and one of the ocean's most mysterious giants, the ocean sunfish. Imagine a giant swimming dinner plate with fins. That's the ocean sunfish, also known as the mola. It's the world's largest bony fish, with adults weighing up to 5,000 pounds and measuring over 10 feet long. Despite its awkward, almost comical appearance, flat body, tiny mouth, and no true tail, the mola is a highly efficient drifter. Found in warm oceans worldwide, these gentle giants feed primarily on jellyfish and other soft-bodied animals. They often come to the surface to bask in the sun, warming up after deep dives, hence the name. Sailors used to think they were sea monsters or floating wreckage. But molas are harmless, peaceful, and strangely mesmerizing to watch. Their flapping dorsal and anal fins give them a hovering motion, more bird than fish. Spotting one is like encountering a real-life sea UFO. Bizarre, beautiful, and absolutely unforgettable. The giant phantom jelly. Rare, ghostly, and glowing in the dark like a drifting veil, the giant phantom jelly is one of the deep ocean's most elusive and haunting creatures. Known scientifically as Stygiomedusa gankatia, this jellyfish has a bell more than 3 feet wide and trailing arms that stretch over 30 feet. Unlike other jellies, its arms don't sting. Instead, they may act like nets, wrapping around prey in slow-motion ambushes. It's been spotted only about 100 times since it was first discovered over a century ago, usually by deep-sea submersibles. Each encounter is breathtaking, a moment where science fiction becomes science fact. Floating through the inky blackness, the phantom jelly looks like something from a dream or a nightmare. It's one of those creatures that reminds us just how little we know about the deep sea and how much mystery is still out there waiting to be discovered. The Japanese spider crab. If your nightmares include giant spiders, get ready to avoid the waters off Japan. The Japanese spider crab is the largest arthropod on Earth, with legs that can span up to 12 feet from claw to claw. That's about the size of a small car. Its body, however, is only about the size of a basketball, giving it a disturbingly spindly, skeletal appearance. These crabs live in the deep Pacific, more than 1,500 feet below the surface, crawling across the seafloor like something from a horror movie. Despite their terrifying look, they're actually scavengers, feeding on dead animals and detritus. Their long legs are surprisingly fragile though, and often show signs of damage from rough terrain or predators. In Japan, they're seen as symbols of longevity, since some can live over 100 years. But let's be honest, if one of these crustaceans crawled past your leg during a dive, you'd be surfacing fast and screaming louder than your regulator could handle. The ocean is vast, dark, and still full of secrets. And as we've seen, some of its biggest creatures are stranger and scarier than any myth. From glowing monsters to ancient predators, these giants remind us just how little we know about what lurks beneath the waves. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe,